Dr. Alicio Fasano. He's my gluten doctor. In his book called Gluten Freedom, there's a chapter on autism and schizophrenia and how gluten and casein protein, which is a milk protein, one of the milk proteins other than whey, can be, removing them can be an effective treatment for these diseases. I have literal, in my specific borderline psychotic history, I have learned the specific triggers that they're causing me, like the specific emotions and feelings. The gluten has a lot of physical, but things like dairy and especially soy are more mental. But the point is real, like it's real. But he makes a point about scientific research. If we were to do a study on a bunch of schizophrenics and or autistics, and we were to give them a gluten-free, casein-free diet, what would happen if 30% of them had remission? This study would be labeled as a failure. If, on the other hand, we could find a biomarker, like a blood test or a brain scan, something that doesn't even exist in anything in mental health officially, to find that subset of that 30% and then do the same study, we might have a 100% success rate, and now we have something that is considered successful. This drives me nuts. This drives me nuts from a perspective. Imagine helping 3 out of 10 schizophrenics not be psychotic anymore. If there's 10 million people with schizophrenia and 3 million of them are improved by this, you just saved 3 million lives. And yet you're going to claim that because only 3 out of 10 people got a notable improvement from the diet, which the research hasn't been done, it's just a point. It'd probably be a lot more if they're going from unhealthy eating to healthy eating of any kind. But to claim that it's a failure because it didn't work for everyone in a paradigm where we're always saying what works for you might not work for everyone else, and then saying everyone do the exact same thing, there's a lot of contradictions of circles of thought in science. However, the question is, why wouldn't you do this? Like in my mind, is like, why wouldn't you do the study if you knew that a third of the population of mentally destroyed schizophrenics or autistics could be cured or severely improved? The reason? Money. They're expensive. Studies are expensive. And let's say it costs $5 million to do the study to find out the 30% help. That doesn't, even if that was considered a benefit, the people who fund that study in some way need to have a reason to fund the study that can recoup the cost. So research into treatments that can't be then recouping the cost of the research in order to sell something, i.e. a pill, versus eating the food that's at the supermarket already that you can buy yourself, and the exercise you can do by yourself or at a gym, the sunlight you get for free. No, we can't research that, because even if it's as effective as a medicine or better, which in often cases it's the cause of the disease in the first place in some sense, and then we're not going to research it. And so it becomes difficult to find more scientific truths based on the observations, the existing science, and the antidotes if they can't find a way to profit off of it. And the way that people are mostly profiting off of it is the very things that we're trying to correct. If we take away all the diseases through health, we take away the reasons for people to seek out health care. It's a paradox that can't hold. It will implode if there isn't a course correction in thought.